Hello everyone, welcome to Vetruski Travels. This is Blueberry, our 2025 Thor Compass 24KB. This is the rig that we decided to go full-time across the U.S. and share our adventures of seeing all the wonderful sights there are across the U.S. But before we do, there are several things we have to do to get this vehicle ready to go full-time. And this is going to be the first in a series of modifications we're going to do to make this vehicle ready to go. That's the good stuff. Gotta have it. Hello everyone, thank you for giving me the time to entertain you and teach you or show you around our beautiful 2025 Compass 24KB, the rig that we're going to take across the US and show you all the wonderful sights and sounds, as many as we can find across the US. Now, I'm not one of these channels. I'm not going to be doing these top 10 things you must have, top 10 things you don't need, things like that. I just want to focus on the travel. But before we get going, there are certain things that I want to do to get this rig prepared. We're going to spend the next probably 2 years doing some small adventures, getting everything dialed in, and then we plan on heading out full time. But even with that, we need to get this thing ready. So there's a few things that we need to get done. So I'm going to break this down in the series. There are a few things, and right now with the winter storms of January 2025, even this video might look a little different, lighting, clothing and stuff, because I still have parts that are delayed that I want to show for this, that I'm primarily going to focus. This series is just going to be on the inside, just little things to do to get it ready. I'm going to do like an electrical series. I'm going to add one solar panel. I already have a battery. I'm going to do a bigger solar charge controller, and I'm adding an inverter. So I'm going to do an electrical. I have a new lock coming from the door. I'm going to recycle the locks for the bins on the outside, because guess what? If you haven't known, whoa, it's dark. All RVs are kind of keyed the same. I could take my keys and open up just about anybody that has the same. So yeah, I'm changing all that stuff out. Then there's going to be a few other things. So right now I'm going to talk about modifications that we're doing to the inside. And actually, no, I don't really think anything here is really a modification. It's just things that we're doing to make life a little bit better. So let's start here with the sink. So as you can see, the sink is round. Makes it hard to use anything for drying your dishes. But check out what we found right here. Fits in there perfect. Has a little spout, so we can pull this table up right here, sit this down, and let it drain into the sink. Now this is by Chef N. It's called the Dish Garden Dish Rack. I found it on, what's the site? Wayfair. That's where I found it. It was like 30 bucks, I think. It is extremely sturdy. It is very stiff. You have two things here for putting dishes. And for those of you that maybe have a round sink, this info might be helpful to you. Because look, now like we wash the dishes, we put them away, or whatever, we can just do that. And if you're interested in any of the stuff you see here, go to my Amazon store, click on RV stuff. You can find most of this here, but here is a dispenser. It holds 4 bottles that'll be in here. They're not here now because of course you want it lightweight when you're gonna hang it. But I had this in the last RV, took it out. I love this thing. It's really great and handy. Just I got 2 for me, 2 for the wife. I use like soap or shampoo and body wash, and then same for her, whatever she can do, shampoo, conditioner, whatever, you know, whatever you want to put in there. So it mounts. Originally it came with 4 kind of just basic double stick pads that go here in the corner, and a little tube of silicone that goes here. So what I've done is, especially because I don't plan on reusing this, even if I sell the RV, I'm not going to take it back out. So I got these Gorilla Glue pads. And basically, the pads are just there to hold it until the silicone sets. So let's go ahead and do this. I'll mount it and get back with you. There we go. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm going to let the silicone dry, give it like a day before I put the bottles back in here. But you want to make sure 2 things. One, that you leave yourself enough room, if you put it up this high, that it'll open, and it does lock into place. That makes replacing the bottles really nice and easy. And 2, what I made the mistake last time was I put it right above here, and through the winter some of it leaked and it stained the finish, but that was on the other RV. That's why you don't see it here. Now this has already been replaced as well. This is what the, I forget what you call it, the oxygenics shower head. So I've already replaced that. It's way nicer than the little thing that the RV came with. What's nice is that you have several settings here, so those are nice to have. This is also nice to have. It helps keep heat out. These came from my other RV as well. You can see how much sun. These things do a great job of rejecting a lot of heat. So I'm a little worried about that, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when the time comes. Next up are the cabinets. So as you're driving around, two things we want to stop. We don't want to hear things rattling and bouncing around, and also we don't want to hear stuff sliding back and forth, because it's, you know, you accelerate, or even worse, if somebody cuts you off and you hit the brakes, you really want to minimize how much stuff slides around. Now I know some people can say, oh, these dish things, these things suck. There's no weight to them. Things get stuck to them. I don't like this at all. Really don't. And like for pantries, like this thing here, something leaks, it goes right through and makes a mess out of your cabinets. So I have this right here by Whoa Chi TV. So the cabinet all the way in the back is a bit wider. So I have this roll here that is, I forget how wide. Well, anyhow, and then I have this for these cabinets up here in the front, and even the two side ones in the rear. I'll put these in the Amazon store under RV stuff if you're interested. I haven't used these. Actually, what I did the last time out on the other RV is I went to Harbor Freight and got anti-fatigue mats. These, I just cut them to fit. Now the other RV, everything was really dark and there was kind of a bigger lip, so this wasn't too bad. I don't like the way it looks here. Plus I got everything's already cut up for the other RV, so it's kind of hard. I did use this also in the bins down below, like one of my outside bins. I have my grill in there, so to keep the grill from rattling and stuff. I'm still using that. I am going to use this mat in this spot up here, up above the TV, because it's dark in there anyhow, but I got a new one I'm going to cut up, put in there for that purpose. But this here, I've already sized it, except for these panels here are the short ones, so I will have to trim it for that. But this here, it's going to fit perfect. I hope this works. I haven't even tried this yet. It's going based on those wonderful Amazon reviews. Yeah, I like that. It feels like it's going to grip pretty good. All right, let me cut this to size and I'll show you what we got. All right, check it out. Not bad at all. See, now I do use these liners, but I put them in between all the dishes, so that way we go down the road, they don't rattle, and it helps prevent them from breaking. 5 years traveling, we haven't broke a dish yet. Knock on wood. But yeah, not bad at all. It is a little loose with no weight on here, but when you have weight, it's solid. It's not moving. Now, I just want to show you this. Watch. Hold on, I gotta let this fly out. Get. How's it 40 degrees? We got flies. Check this out. And then this. So you drive down the road. Now watch. So definite improvement there. See, I'm like whacking that thing if I do that up here. So yeah, it does work. Really simple. Now I'm just going to finish up, do all the cabinets. I'm not going to bore you with all that. Let's move on to the next thing. Ooh, the sun came out. I don't know where my sunglasses are, but this is an absolute, to me, a must-have if you have a motorhome. Window shades. These are by Heat Shield. They are custom made for each individual vehicle. So this one goes across the windshield. These go on the side. Look at that. Spaceshipy. Oh, what a beautiful thing. I used this for 5 years on my old RV, the Chevy, and these things do absolutely amazing for heat rejection, and that's the reason I got another set. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't get paid anything. I bought these, but I highly recommend these heat shields. So check it out. There are 4 suction cups here that you do have to install. Not a big deal, just slide it out, poke that through, but look. And you get so much more room and heat protection than using like these black Velcro things here are for the curtain that goes across here. That's not going to offer you any heat rejection whatsoever. So this is really going to help your AC work a whole lot better, and total privacy. Really, really great addition. I love these things. And if you're wondering, when you order these, if you're buying them for the Ford Transit, I wasn't sure because this is a cutaway, if it was a high roof or a low roof, because the low roofs actually have a slightly smaller window, I believe somewhere around like that. So this, you do order it for the high roof. Oh, I missed the suction cup thing. That's why I had 2 extra. But man, yes, absolutely great, must have. Look what UPS just brought. WeatherTech. Now I know this might not make sense to some people because it's just a rubber floor. It doesn't really add anything per se of the looks of stuff, but what I like is if it's raining and stuff like that, it just helps contain stuff, you know. It doesn't get underneath and do anything crazy. Plus, like, we had the rubber floor in our last RV, and where you sit, especially right here where you put your foot over the tire area, it tends to wear out. So this is going to help protect stuff, and we can easily take it out, hose it, clean it a lot easier than maybe the inside. And sorry if it's dark, but check it, storms are moving in, so we are in the garage. So next on the list of things to do, and this truly is an upgrade, water filter. There you go. So this is by Water Drop. For everything I've seen, it's had pretty good ratings. I looked at all the RV specific stuff, and none of it really seemed to have really good reviews, and a lot of it actually was just things that were in line with your hose, which I am going to run. I use like the Camco filter, pretty good ratings. I've had good luck with it, so I'm still going to use that to even fill, even though, like, if you have this RV, you know it's a gravity fill. So I'm just going to take water through that filter and just run it through the gravity fill. That way whatever's in my tank is filtered. But for my drinking water, I really want that extra bit of filtration. I don't really care so much for the shower, but for drinking water that I make my coffee with, yes. Now my Jayco was really nice that it already had a built-in secondary filter in the bay. That was probably like the only option that thing had. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get this in. This is going to be a little challenge because this is tight underneath the sink, but I think I got it. I say it's going to, because you guys, you haven't seen the size of this filter. This thing, it's kind of big, but there is plenty of room in there. The only issue is the weight that attaches to the sink, to the faucet. The pull down moves up and down. We're going to make sure it doesn't hit this or hit any of the lines. Before we get started, look, blue line, red line. Red goes to blue. The blue goes to red. I tell you what, you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't. I mean, look, that's clearly the blue line connected to red. The red line. You know, they color code everything for a reason. But we'll get that fixed. I've already verified it on the faucet too. Right now this way is hot, up and down is cold. So I'm not sure if it's right. It doesn't say anything here on the faucet as the hot or cold, but our kitchen faucet, which I know is plumbed correctly, down is hot and going up is cold. So I want it to work the same as my kitchen faucet, so there's no confusion, and that also seems to make sense. So all right, now we'll get this done. So here it is. Check it out. We do have plenty of room to be able to move it down to change. So when you're looking for a place to mount it, two things: want to make sure you have enough room to actually be able to get the filter out, so we have plenty of room in the front and that, because trust me, I only mounted this and then I had to put the filter in here. And then two, there's a weight right here for your faucet up here for this thing. So we want to make sure that that weight isn't going to be impacting any of the hoses, wires, and stuff like that. And in fact, I think I'm going to wire tie this over here just to make sure it stays out of the way, because this blue line's kind of dangling. So when you figure that out, there's a sticker that goes on the wall, and it'll show you the two holes that you need to put in the included screws. So you do that, and then you can mount this. The water lines on here just clip in. They're pressure fit, they clip. So then all you need to do is, it's included here with the water drop, two water lines. Unthread your blue line here. This is your from the water pump or from the outside. So this is your in water. So thread in the included line, and it goes to the inside of the filter. And then you take the one from the out and thread it here to here. And this is all really nice braided lines, all really nice stuff that the filter comes with. So not hard to do at all. Now I did remove the cabinet door for a couple of reasons. One, this isn't a very wide spot. Like, look, my hand was just about, so I was struggling to get in there because this door would just keep me from reaching. Two, I kind of felt like if I left the door on there, I was going to whack it hard enough and just rip it clean out. And then three, you might see it's already was quite loose. It had two of these black headed screws, and then there was two of these silver screws. So I think this door already came loose and the dealer or somebody tried to tighten it. So what I've done is I've taken some wood glue, kind of inserted it in there. I'm going to let that harden, and that should kind of tighten up that hole. Now I know somebody might say like the toothpick trick that you do for like houses, but this is MDF, multi-density fiberboard. And if you make that too hard, it's just going to balloon out. So I'm going to do this. If that doesn't work, the only other option is to obviously remove the hinges and try someplace different. So I got one more upgrade to do on the inside. So let's go back to the bedroom. Now I know these RVs vary a little bit. Ours happens to have this cubby hole. Now I know some of the ones right here where the bed is, this is filled in, and there's a spot under the mattress to go ahead and insert down there. Some of them also even have a drawer here. We don't have that, but we thought we were going to have this. It already came up with a great idea, like, hey, that's going to be a nice spot for like dirty laundry, because thinking it was closed in and everything and limited space in the RV, but we still want to use it for dirty laundry. So I have this netting that I'm going to put up. And don't forget, guys, all the stuff, check out my Amazon store under RV. You can find most of it there. So let me get this installed and I'll come back. There it is. Check it out. We got the mesh installed. That should help hold all the laundry in place. It doesn't need to be like, I don't think, terribly strong. It is also a like cargo net, I guess, if you want to keep stuff in between for any reason, but mostly I got it for here, so we can just quick pull that down, throw dirty clothes in there, and look, it actually kind of shadows it out so you won't see it. Another job done. about time to wrap up everything for the RV. We do have a mattress on order. I don't know when it's going to come in. It's a custom order, so maybe I'll touch on that when it comes in. But I have two things I want to show you that I think are neat, maybe a necessity to have, and one will be an air compressor. You never know, you're traveling off the beaten path and you might have to add air. I even carry a plug kit. I feel comfortable plugging tires in case I get a flat, so I do carry plugs, which is another reason I like having a compressor. My last rig, it was actually built in. I had an air tank and a compressor, and I had air horns all tied to that too. But I don't want to do that to this. We don't have as much space in here, so I got this little deal here by Via Air, which I find interesting. This does not show up under the RV ones, because the ones that are for RV have a part number that starts out with like RV. But there's one exactly like this, but it didn't have this feature. So this, you turn it on and you could say, hey, 60 pounds, hit start, and it will shut off when it hits 60 pounds. I really like that, because sometimes it takes a while. And then look at this. This just plugs into the trailer harness. So now I don't have to worry about going under the stairs or under the hood, clipping to the batteries. This just plugs into the trailer harness in the back that we already have. This threads on. Now for the dualies, because that's far in there, I got these on Amazon. This is a metal extender, and this is just purely what I'm going to do is if I need to add air, I'll be able to reach through the tire with this, with it being metal, thread it in, and then thread this hose to that and be able to take care of tires. Next, you guys know we don't have a ladder on the back. I could install one, yes, that is an option, but I got this. This will be in the Amazon store too. This is nice because unlike a lot of the ones where you have to close each one, you just flip these tabs and the whole thing compresses down in one shot. So no more pinched fingers. Like I said, you just do it once and it lowers itself one rung at a time. Little heavy, which is good. We want it to be sturdy. It should fit into the bay back there nicely. I would rather just have a ladder on the back, but I'm not about to drill holes and all that on the back of this. So this is my answer to that. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this series of some minor upgrades, improvements for the RV. There will be more. This is the first in the series. Like I said, concentrating mostly on the inside of the RV. So there will be a few more things, and then I can't wait to hit that first trip, which won't be long from right now. So I think you guys might like it, especially the ladies. It's kind of a trip, something the wife really wants to do. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Like, share, comment. All helps grow the channel, get the word out, help us grow if you don't mind. Greatly appreciate it. All right, till next time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.